Good morning, everybody. This is SRTEK from Turkey. We are a coach builder specialized in outside broadcast vehicles, and this is our latest model that we call MEGA-DXP version 03. So in this model, we actually used an original Krone low-liner chassis, which is nearly 14 meters long, and we kept all the original suspension, brake, and such relevant components as Krone original, so that we try to make the road safety as our maximum priority. Then, if you talk about the vehicle in general, this is a double expanding vehicle with one expansion on the right side and two expansions on the left side. And then we have, of course, the necessary technical utilities in the skirt cabinets. So let's go over the skirt cabinets one by one. We have 5 access doors on the right side of the trailer. The first one and the fourth one are for accessing the hydraulic stabilization jacks on the right side. The second cabinet and its door is for accessing the power input system of the trailer. The third cabinet is for the hydraulic expansion and stabilization system, and it's all hydraulic components. Coming to the back, the fifth cabinet is for the batteries and the AC/DC adapters and the battery charger components. On the left side of the trailer, below the chassis, we have 4 access doors this time. Again, 2 of them, the first one and the third one, are for accessing the hydraulic jacks on the left side of the trailer. The second one is housing the PLC automation system as well as the controls for the lighting system. The fourth and last cabinet is actually a fake cabinet. This is the access area so that we can load and unload the spare tire of the trailer. On the front of the trailer, we have our embedded ladder for accessing the roof. Why you should access the roof? Well, 2 of the air conditioning units are actually only accessible from the roof of the vehicle. Everything else is accessible from inside, but you may have to climb the top of the trailer so that you can do servicing on the air conditioning. Also, the top of the trailer is finished with a anti-slip special paint. We also have a protective cover for the ladder because you don't want unauthorized people going to the top of your vehicle naturally. So either on the road or when you are doing the broadcast or production, you can protect the access ladder. This is our power input panel. Also for the utility lines, I mean non-UPS protected lines like air conditioning, lighting, and chargers or other utility outlets, this is also the distribution panel. So we have 2 main inputs, so that one input is working as a TN system. Our input number 2 is connected directly to our isolation transformer, and it is working as an IT system. Our whole power solution is 100% compliant with IEC 60364-7-717 safety regulation. So we are taking this matter to the topmost priority in our list when we are designing and building vehicles. Safety first. This is our DC cabinet. We have our batteries which we use for the hydraulic system, PLC automation system, as well as the lighting system when we don't have any power, AC power externally. Also, we have our charger for the batteries and our AC/DC adapters for the lighting system, all housed in this cabinet. Also, we have our safety NH-type fuses here. This cabinet is actively cooled by a large fan We just turned off the fan at the moment so that we could make the recording, as it is a little bit noisy. This is the cabinet we reserved for our PLC automation system as well as our lighting controls. So in this vehicle we tried to make the operational life more easy by having an advanced control system based on a PLC. How many things do we control? Naturally, we control the stabilization system, which we do have an automatic leveling functionality. On top of that, we also, of course, control the expansion system with a lot of safety measures in place so that extended closures and damages to the vehicle can be prevented. But on top of that, we are constantly monitoring the power system, the heat of the isolation transformer, all those parameters so that we know that we are in a safe environment. And finally, we are also controlling in a dual mode the lighting system as well. So as we have a couple of control panels throughout the vehicle, we have a Wi-Fi system where we can actually tap into one of those panels, and also from your mobile phone, tablet or any other device, you can take control of the system. So the second panel, as I said, is the lighting control panel, and although there's the PLC control over it, inside every button also can trigger the lights independently. So in the event of something goes wrong with our PLC automation system, we can still have manual control of our lights, and we will also talk about similar functionality in hydraulic system as well. This is our hydraulic core components area. So we have our oil tank, we have our DC pump, and then we have our valves that are ratio controlled, not on-off, but ratio controlled valves to both level and to open and close the vehicle. So how do you control them? We actually have three modes of control. The first and preferred one is through our PLC system. So we can actually tap into any of the either stabilization or expansion modes, and if the preconditions are right, like to be able to expand the vehicle, we should already have a stabilization function performed, and then we can quickly, automatically expand the vehicle. But let's assume that we have an issue with our PLC. What do we do? In the event that the PLC is not working, by using this selection knob, we can manually turn on the pump, and then by the hand levers, we can do the stabilization, expansion, closing, and folding back the jacks. So this is also fine, but in the event that we lost power, let's say that we have some serious issue and we don't have our DC power or AC power to support us to run any of these pumps, then how do we do? We also have here a manual cranking pump that allows us to do a total manual control on the hydraulic legs as well as the expansion pistons. So in either case, if we need to deploy the vehicle on the field, we can always deploy it, and whatever happens, we can always bring the vehicle back to road conditions so that it can return base. This is the back of our trailer. The bottom part is where our TP for audio, video, and network connections are kept, and the top part is where we are housing the external units, the main units, compressor units of our air conditioning system. This is our TP area at the back of our trailer. Now we have three cabinets, each of them with 27 RU height, with 50 centimeters depth, so that not only just cable terminations can be done here, you can also have some active components as long as their depth don't exceed the 50 centimeters. So how does this area work? Well, either you can keep this back door open, or with our unique locking system, if you lower this bar and then close it, now it's locked in place. And if you also lock from here, an outsider won't be able to force and open and access the cable connection areas. So this same functionality is also available in the power input panel area. We have 4 stabilizing jacks on the trailer. Each of these jacks are 10,000 kilo lift capable. So as the trailer is with 3 axles, which means maximum permissible weight is 36 tons, this is more than enough to lift the vehicle at any condition. Each of these jacks have 420 millimeters of stroke, and as their ideal height allows them to touch ground at 300 millimeters, you have ability to level the vehicle at slight angles. We designed the trailer so that you don't need so many people to put it from road condition to production condition. For example, the ladders you need to access to the platform, you can just release them from here. Slide out, and that's it. Now for the handrails, you just need to lift them up, go in place, and you have to release the safety catch on the front handrail, place it to the front, and of course implement the safety catch, and then the second handrail, then the foot protection, and now you can easily access the vehicle. Let's go to the other side and see how it works on the other side of the platform. Our system is again the same. I release the safety catch for the ladder. Lift the handrails. And put the safety back on. And of course, have to remove the safety area. Of course, to access the audio racks, I also have to release the tank. And now we can access the audio room and the other production entry. Well, many times during a production, you may need to have access to back of your racks as we told before. So as we have under the table racks, we have created access areas so that you can easily reach out to the back of the racks. But of course, since we also have monitor walls in both in the engineering and the production, we also provided another access point for behind the monitor wall access. But of course, as you see, these are quite high, so how to reach them comfortably is by using a telescopic ladder. So let me show you where we are keeping it. The fake cabinet where we use for releasing the spare tire is also holding the telescopic ladder. So if I open this one and take out the ladder, you will notice our ladder has custom mounting apparatus at the top so that you can easily mount the ladder in place and then reach out to here. So as you see, you can now very comfortably do your cabling or some modifications about the monitors and everything else. So what if you want to reach other locations? So rather than moving the ladder every time, we thought that you could be moving across. So as you open the other panels, you will be moving across and opening the top access hatches as you need. Now similarly, the same functionality is also on this side. So the first door has ladder mounting positions so that you can easily access the top and the sides. And if you come to the back of the audio room, here we also have mounting positions for the ladder so that you can also access to the back of the audio rack in the audio room. As you see, we have basically 3 steps to change the trailer from road condition to production mode. The first one is, of course, Bambi Park. We have to stabilize the trailer, and then we will open the expansions, and then, as you saw me doing it, we will just open the handrails, the ladders, and open the awnings, and then that's it. So in a usual case scenario, this will take probably 7 to 10 minutes of total time. If you are in a very weird place that you cannot stabilize the vehicle because you're in a strange angle or something like that, or a very steep angle position, of course you may have to take some additional steps to make sure that you have a safe footing on the trailer. So this part of this platform has a special purpose, or a dual purpose. Of course, this is one of the entries to the engineering and production area, but at the same time, all these doors you see are access doors to the back of the racks. So in the event of a problem or need to access back of the racks, maybe to put additional cables, some other connections or other things, you can easily open one of those, and with the protection of the awning, without having fear of rain or other snow coming into the racks, you can easily perform your engineering task that you need to do.